All right, scientists are sharing another out-of-this-world discovery made up from Mauna Kea. It centers on a wobbling black hole in the center of a nearby disc-shaped galaxy. This is an artist's rendering showing superheated gases erupting from the black hole. Astronomers at the Keck Observatory say the gases stretch 20,000 light years from the core, far beyond anything seen before. The discovery supports theories that the supermassive black hole can dramatically reshape its host galaxy. It also raises the possibility that something like this could happen in our own galaxy. The findings were presented at the American Astronomical Society meeting that was in Phoenix yesterday.
What kind of sound does that make?
I don't know. Why don't you?
Well, there's no sound in space.
Trick question.